Hi everyone, welcome to Craft. In this video we're gonna do something completely different. No wait, we've done this before. Okay, oh my god, I need a haircut. Anyway, so you still here with me? Good. So in this video we're gonna make a bunch of river cutting boards. So here's the story. You know I do painting and decorating for paying the rent and shit. But I do have a resin art shop in the village as well, and my problem is that either that I paint houses and make money, or sit in my shop and try to sell something for some money. Point is, for the last few months I've been pushing decorating works because I've been, money. We need to pay rent. We need to survive somehow. So I closed the shop temporarily. But I was still paying the rent and everything, but I actually just closed the shop itself so I could do painting and decorating. Long story short, beginning of December I decided, fuck this, I'm gonna spend every morning in the shop until 12, and from 12 I'm gonna do my actual work, my actual job to, pay the bills. So fast forward to last week, I had people coming in every day and so on and so forth, and last week a gentleman came in who owns a company on the island, and he looked at my stuff and he said, well, young man, when I was at your age, I used to do this thing for fun back in the 90s, but back then there wasn't too much of attraction for this, and you could buy resin, you had to buy like boat resin, it's an island, it's in Greece, there was supply of boat resin and stuff. So anyway, the dude said that, like, I like what you do, I like your attitude and everything, and I want you to make 15 of these cutting boards for me as a company Christmas present or something. And he goes, can you do that? And I said, let me think. Of course I can, I'm fucking broke. Yes, of course I can. But I was like, yeah, I think I can do something about that. Fast forward to today, I got some timber, which I went to the timber yard and I bought double-sided melamine sheets as molds, and I taped them up with packing tape nicely. And I was lucky because the timber yard said that they had some wrongly measured cuts, which means that it was stuck with them. So they had a big sheet of this white melamine, and it goes, you can take it, I'll give it to you on the cheapest price possible. I'm like, fucking God. So I got myself 3 of these, and each one of these planks will be 5 or 6 cutting boards. This is gonna be the base mold. And then I'm gonna get these beach planks, which is called Epoxy in Greek, and I think it's bük in Hungarian, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's a lovely wood. It turns more orange due to sunlight. I swear to God I do English speaking sometimes. So when it's exposed to sunlight, from its reddish pinkish hue, start to turn into deeper orange. And I can't show it to you, but you have to believe me. Yeah, that's why you're here, you believe me. So anyway, I'm going to find the grain pattern in this, and I will cut it in half, and I will place it inside of a mold, and then do a little river resin pour. Now, my client wanted green with some sparkles of mica in it. So we're gonna go green dye, we're gonna use white mica powder, and then maybe a little bit more green mica powder. I told him I can't replicate the exact color that he saw in the shop, but I can go as close as possible. So anyway, that is what we are going to do. I already made a mold and it's curing outside. Let me show you what's what. So here is the mold. I already made it, And the funny thing with this guy is I only screwed down this side and pressure fit this part and that part, this piece of wood here as well. So I can adjust it to the size of any kind of plank I get, because this is going to be 6-piece and this is another 6-piece, but this one is an older plank I had, and I need to cut it a little bit longer so that it will be fine. I taped up all 3 of these, but honestly I don't want to use all 3 molds at the same time, just because I'm worried that if I mess something up, that I'm gonna have 3 dud molds. So I'd rather do 1 at a time. I have time until Christmas. This is the 13th, so I have just about 10 days to go. So if I'm very smart and doing it very nice and smartly, then I can pour 1, demold it tomorrow, pour the 2nd, demold it tomorrow, pour the 3rd, demold it tomorrow, let it rest in my office on the ground to harden out for about a couple of days, maybe 3 days, and then start cutting it up, planing it down, maybe trim the edge around it, you know, and oil it up, sand it, oil it. So anyway, that's gonna be probably a day's work, I would assume, maybe 2. So worst case scenario, it's a week. Anyway, shit. I might have to do all 3 of the molds. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for the intro, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys when I have something to show. A couple of hours has passed. Observe. Hey, Sassy, say hi to the people. Say hi. What you want? Anyway, here comes my shop assistant, Dale. Hey, buddy. What's up? You wanna play ball? Okay, give me a second. So, situation report. I made the molds. I cut the beach, and I put them in the mold, like so. This will result about 12 pieces of cutting board, and that's a good start to work with. And I have a 3rd mold as a spare in case something goes to the sheeter. I can start again with the 3rd one. So what I done: tie back tape, screwed the sides on, siliconed all around, caulked everything as much as humanly possible, and then I sprayed it with dashboard shine, and I put the pieces of wood in it, but I put a bead of silicone here at the edge, like so, on the bottom obviously, so this would stick to the mold and the resin wouldn't flow out too much underneath. Yeah, so that's it so far. I think I'm gonna leave this to cure overnight, because this is not the usual silicone I use. This is some expensive shit I got from the store and don't want to dry, because obviously the more expensive silicone you get, the shittier it gets. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant on this video. This is a nice day. It's a beautiful winter afternoon in my garden, and finally the sun is out and life is good, and you know how it is. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna let this to dry, and we're gonna come back to this tomorrow afternoon, and we're gonna put something in it. Resin? Yeah, we're gonna put some resin in it. Guys, I'm dehydrated. I need to drink. I slur my words. I love you. See you tomorrow. Hey gang, so this is the next day. The mold is ready. The pieces are in there, siliconed, should be tight as a drum, but we'll never know. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix up some resin and color it and pour it in. Now, how much resin you should mix up? There is a calculation for that, but I don't give a fuck about it, to be honest, because I don't want to do math. And I'm not in the mood of doing it, so I'm gonna do what I usually do and fucking eyeball it, you know, and see what happens. So I'm just gonna... Is this the good resin? Yeah, costing resin, good. So I'm gonna do a kilo of A. Yeah, something like that. And 500 grams of a B. As a start, I cut my finger yesterday because I'm a smart puppy. Yes. The only thing I hate with fucking whatchamacallit, Deepon, is that they have the same kind of jars or jugs for every different kind of resin they have. So you actually have to read the label and you pick them up so you got the right one in the hand and you don't mix up jewel casting resin with deep pour hardener and shit. Alright. So I was thinking I might gonna do a little bit less hardener than part A, but I don't want to fuck with it because it's cold, it's winter, and I really want it to harden nice. Do 2 squirts of green. Should be enough for the project. And I need to put some mica powder in it. Always wear a fucking mask when you deal with mica powder because it's so fine, it gets into your lungs. And because mica powder is stone, it will create scar tissue, and if you're either old or heavy breathing, it can fuck you up big time in the long run. I think I a little bit overdone that, but hey, let's go. All right, so I'm just gonna put this here. And I'm gonna be my own cameraman, obviously, because the camera is attached to a garden chair right now. Yeah, and we're gonna put this thing in the frame so you can see the pour, I guess. What if I zoom in a little? You can see more now, which is nice. Okay. All right, so I think it's time. I need to divide this in half. That's for sure. Did I mix it up right? I'm so stressed. I really want to have this perfect, so I'm gonna mix it for a few more minutes. Okay, should be fine. It's about halfway, right? Okay. Right, next round is going to be just green clear. So I'm just gonna pour some part A, maybe another kilo, something like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need another kilo at least. Maybe more. Gonna put some green in there. Some part B. That's a little bit too much. Should do it. I don't want to go up to the edge because it's just going to be unreasonably thick, like my women. I just blocked your view with my fucking... I'm a professional, idiot. I'm sorry. So this is how we're looking right now. I don't think there is a leak, to be honest, because I actually did a pretty bang-on job on caulking. I really don't want it to run under it too much. I'm just gonna do 2 pours because I don't want to have it boil up. I don't want it to go critical. So I think this is where we leave it for now. I'm just gonna get a heat gun, my blowtorch, to clean it up. Man, I miss the smell of burning resin. I know, I'm weird that way, but I love it. Alright, and I think I'm just gonna do some little swirlies. Or should I just leave it like this? Looks pretty weird. Let me get the spatula. Honestly, I think I need to pour some more into this one. Because I have only a little hardener left, I poured the hardener first, so I have 320 grams. Hardener, I'm gonna add 6-something hundred to it, so I should get 940 total. That's almost a kilo. Put some more green in there. And mix. Blowtorch time. All right, good. I'm happy with that. Where is my spatula? Spatula. So I put, how many I put there? How much? How many kilos? 1.5, 3, 4, about 4 kilos of resin into 12 pieces. Okay, I can live with that. So, I don't know where I put my fucking spatula. I got it, found it. So we're gonna do a little swirly action. I really hope it's not gonna go critical. It's about 2 centimeters deep. And the ambient temperature is about 20 to 25 degrees Celsius now on the sun, which is just perfect, to be honest, for resin. And I think I have a beautiful color now with the silver mica in it. Man, I miss the smell of resin so much. I know it's toxic, but I don't care. I always say you have to die of something and you have to choose. Okay, so I'm gonna babysit this for a while, and let me just give you a close-up. This is how we're looking right now. So I'm gonna babysit this, and I'll get back to you guys when we demold it. Okay, we'll see you then. All right, so a day has passed, and I think it's time to try to demold it. Let's see. Looks rigid enough. Silicone. Okay. Okay. Well, that wasn't as painful as I thought it was gonna be. All right. So she has cured. All right. Good. Got to do some cleanup on this bad boy. Let's see the other one. Silicone did a good job to seal it up. Okay. Yep. There we go. All right. And I think we did it. We've got a little outflow here. Okay. Not too shabby. So, next up, I'm going to remove all the silicone and start cleaning this bad boy up. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, friends. Sorry, I'm out of breath. So I cleaned up, and few observations, which I think you guys should know as well. So we all know how to use silicone beads to stop resin flowing over, but not all silicone caulk has been made equal. What I'm saying is, this resin went critical and started overheating, and because of the resin, because of the silicone beads were not cured properly, they started to boil. You can see these micro bubbles here. So when I cleaned it up, I realized that you need to wait for the silicone to completely cure underneath your resin so that you don't get a spill. Okay, I got lucky this time because I only had this little bit of spill here, which is barely anything. And when I cleaned it up, it was half cured, so it came off really easily. Don't worry about this because my planer is gonna eat through this, no problem. Now, one more thing, this resin has not completely hardened yet, as you can see, so I cannot start planing it today. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it on its face because that's the flattest surface, okay? Sorry. So that's the flattest surface, and I'm going to leave it here all day, overnight, and I will check on this little bit. Once it completely hardens, then I know that I am ready to start planing it, shaping it, cutting it, So yeah, this is gonna be a long project, but thanks for standing by me, or what? English, come on, I'm hungry. So thanks for still watching this, whatever. Anyway, see you in a minute. Well, funny story. The client wanted a few more pieces, so I'm making a second set while the other set is drying, but I only had this thinner piece and it's curved, so I need to weigh it down, silicone it like a bunch, and I got cold because I'm an idiot and I went out in a t-shirt and I worked in a t-shirt, and that I is hunting bugs because he likes to hunt them. Look at him. He's doing his best to find the bugs on the flowers. He's a busy little boy. Hello. You're a busy little boy? Yes, he is. Anyway, so I spaced it out with 5 centimeter spacer. So the other two I'm gonna cut down a little bit, so they're gonna be equally wide, 30 centimeter long. I can barely breathe. I'm drinking my green tea with jasmine because I'm a sophisticated gentleman. But yeah, I'm gonna cut that too and do a bunch of fucking silicone caulking, to be honest. And yeah, see where this takes me. Oh my god, I'm so exhausted. But anyway, have to crack on, have to pay the bills. I'll see you soon. And we're back. It has been a few days and I made enough boards for my order. So how it went is that I had the long strips, demolded them, planed them with my planer machine, and then cut them up to size, really. I cut one with the measurement, then I copied all the measurements onto the other ones and I cut them down. Now, one thing I want to show you, and it was an experiment I ran. I left one of the boards, or a couple of the boards, to rest and cure for a week, and I didn't leave the other two to rest, only like a couple of days, maybe 3 days total. Okay, so 2 of the boards were curing for 2 days and then demolded. The other 2 boards were resting for about a week and then demolded. And then I planed all of them at the same time with the same power, with the same strength. And here's what happened. This is the difference between a not properly cured board and a properly cured board. A properly cured board with the same blade gets a pretty smooth planage, as you can see. But if you don't let it rest and cure, you're gonna have tear outs like this. These 2 boards went into the exact same planer with the exact same blade, with the exact same force. And this is what happened. Now, how to fix these tear outs? This is why I lined them up right now, because I'm going to mix up some jewel casting resin to fix all the tear outs. I'm just gonna drip some resin in there, let it cure before I sand it flat. You know, there are a couple of little holes and cavities I need to fill. So I'm gonna fill them up with some jewel casting resin and do the other side as well, and then start sanding it down. So yeah, a lot more elbow grease to go, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. See ya. Hey gang, it's me. So I was just about to, well, actually I have put on my camera holder on my neck, and I routed the edges of these cutting boards nicely with my new teeny tiny router, which is not that scary than the other one. That fucking guy over there. This one is less scary. This one is easy to use. Anyway, and I set up the neck gear. It was in my neck. It was this position, right? And I and I managed to do all the edges. And then I realized I forgot to press record. So yeah, I spent the last hour doing that, and also spent another 2.5 hours sanding it from 40 grit up to 80 grit. and I will send it up to, I will send the wood up to 120, 180 grit, and I will send the resin up to, I don't know, maybe 800 grit, because I want nice shine to it. There are these holes. I filled it with super glue, generic ass cheapo super glue. I got it from the general store. Anyway, so that's how far I got. And yeah, I will still continue sanding this bitch. I need to get this out the door this weekend. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. And Della is enjoying the sun. Della, say hi to everyone. Hi. All right, so I have sanded these guys up to 120 grit, and now it's time to make my wood moist. So I need to make my I need to make my wood wet, because I need to get, so the reason is because I need to get the splinters erect. Thus, I need to make the wood wet. And once the splinters are erect, then I can knock them down with 180 grit. Anyway, so I'm spraying it down with water, letting it soak in a little, and then I wait for it to dry, and just gonna hit it with 180 grit, and that is the final pass I'm gonna apply on the wood. Because if you sand it, if you sand it to a higher grit than 180, then the finish, which you're gonna apply, cannot penetrate into the wood grain. Because look at me talking about directions and penetration. Anyway, so the finish won't penetrate into the wood grain because you stuff the holes with sawdust. And that's it. Anyway, so we wait for this to dry and then back to sanding. See ya. Alright, so engraving is done, and I think it's time to oil this bad boy, or oil all of them, kinda. So I'm just gonna show you. I mixed up my magic juice. Check out the video on the magic juice on my channel. It is basically tung oil, white spirit, orange oil, in a very specific mix, and I like it because it's thin enough so it penetrates. The mineral oil disappears, and it creates a very nice hard coating on the tray. And you apply it once, so it actually penetrates the wood grain, and then you wait for it to dry. Wipe off the excess, meanwhile, so you don't soak it in, you just kind of wipe it on, like so. You can do this, you can make this magic juice at home, just follow the... I'm sorry, I am trying to do this properly, and I keep hitting the phone stand. So you can make this oil at home, just follow my recipe in the other video. It's pretty good. So you apply 2 or 3 coats of this, depending on what kind of wood you're dealing with, how deep it penetrates, and so on. And then, as a final coat, you apply 1 single coat of pure tung oil. I think Liberon, I think it's Liberon. A British company makes it, and it's actually pure tung oil, so it's not thinned up or anything like that. And yeah, that's what I use for all my wood stuff, because it's food safe. And it's really hard to do this with the camera in my face. So it's food safe, and it is actually cures quite hard, so I like to use it. And you can, recoat it every year or so. So there's the rule, the ancient woodworking rule. So the first week, you can oil wood every day. For the first month, you oil every week. For the first year, every month. And after that, you have something that will last you forever. That is an ancient carpenter saying, and I stand by it 100%. So anyway, I'm gonna repeat this process about 15 times. So I see you guys when it's done, because it's kind of boring to watch. And I pretty much have nothing to say. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side.
Hey everyone. I'm such a fucking idiot. I almost forgot to record the end of the video. So come with me. I've had the cat, I've had the dog, everybody's happy. And so I oiled up all the boards and I fucking and I packed it all up and I prepped it to deliver and was like, I should record some ending to all this thing, right? So allow me. Here is the box. I'm gonna hand deliver it to the customer. All 15 boards plus one extra. This is how it looks like. I routed the edges and I oiled it 3 times throughout 3 days. First I used the thinned up oil, then I used 100% pure tongue oil and tongue oil again. I usually put a piece of kitchen towel, or what is it called? The kitchen paper thing, between the boards so they don't scratch each other up. And I packed them up in this utilitarian cardboard box, nothing fancy. And I will hand deliver it to my customer. This project took me about 3 weeks, minus depression. So it's probably it has about 80 working hours in it, all in all. Maximum, worst case scenario. And I made a little money with that, so it's gonna pay the electric bill this month. Oh fuck no, it's gonna pay the road tax for my car. Haha. Anyway, I hate late stage capitalism. Let's just not talk about that right now. Anyway, thanks for all for watching, and thank you for being here for me. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all these people who support me on Buy Me a Coffee. I swear to God, I speak the language. Thank you for all these people who support me on buymeacoffee.com. And thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please press like. If you hate the video, please press dislike. If you hate my guts, please comment in the comment section. If you love my guts, please comment in the comment section. Anyway, interact with this video somehow if you're already watching it. Thank you for making it this far. I love you guys all. And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.